All right, so I was going to work on some tags that I was putting together for a journal, and I was going to colorize some of them. And so I thought, well, let me go on real quick and play along, with you guys. And that way, if you have any questions, because some of the techniques I've tried, some of them I haven't. So we'll learn together. So what I basically did was, hi ladies. What I've done is I've made some copies. Well, first, let me backtrack. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm doing a journal, a couple of journals on the continent of Africa. And I want it to be more, because I like more of the vintage look as opposed to the contemporary look. So I have a couple of pictures that I printed out on cardstock, white cardstock. And I like those vintage postcards where they've been colorized. And so I thought for those that are new or just have never tried this before, I'm going to use different products on the exact same girl and see, what we end up liking better, what works, what doesn't work. Most of these are all water soluble, like water soluble crayons that I have. And so I'm going to do one with the Neo colors. I'm going to do, okay, we got Neo color. I'm going to do one with the Inktense pencils and see what happens with that one. I have these Reeves. I got these at somewhere on sale. But I got these, for those of you that maybe don't have any of these products, I got these for $4. It says regular 10. I'm not so sure about that. But anyway, I got these for $4. So that's, worth the little investment there of $4 if you don't have anything like this. And then I have in my stash that I've had forever are, the pastels. So we'll do one in the pastels. And then, okay, so we've got those. And then, these are those art crayons. What's the name of the company? Marabou. Okay. All right. I've never used these at all. So if any of you ladies have used them, you can chime in. I know that all of these are water soluble and they stay water soluble except for the intense pencils. Once they've been water activated, when they dry, then they're permanent. But the rest of this stuff isn't. And these, I don't know if they are or aren't. So, like I said, I haven't ever tried these before. Okay. So let me put one in there with those colors and we'll try one with that. And the fact that I've never even used those before, maybe we should try those first. so we can have the disappointment at the beginning, not at the end. All right. So my intention, we'll see how it works out, is that I just want to put a light color. I'm going to use one of these lids because I failed to get me any kind of, that's too bad. It's going to be too shiny. Never mind. Never mind. I'll just do it on here. I forgot to get me a little plate or something to put these colors down on. Why did I do that? See, just when you think you've got your act together, you don't. Let me see if there's anything remotely close here. Hold on. I think I might have something. I usually do. But see what happens is I had a workshop here. When was it? Tuesday? What's today? Yeah, Tuesday. And a lot of things I have to put away so that we have room to play. And then I forget to take everything out. Oh, gosh. Okay. So I'll play in that. Let me get this out of the way for now. Alrighty. Okay, so any of you that joined us just now, we are going to try and colorize some photographs that I printed. Well, it's just on cardstock. And I want to add some color. So that's what we're going to do. And we're starting off with Marabou Art Crayon. And I'm just going to rub some on here because I don't know how dark it is. And I don't want to overdo it and ruin my first picture. Okay. I can always dab stuff off, so I think. I'm just guessing. All right. So let's see. Oh, well, it has the nice look. It has that 1930s colorized vintage photograph color I was going for. So I like that already. You can see right through it. I didn't make it pretty thin, but still, I like it already. Maybe I should have finished with this one so I'd be happy. Ooh, I really like this. Now I just have an inkjet printer, so I'm not going to be real heavy with the water. Although mine seems to be pretty stable, you know, I can wet my prints pretty much and they don't go around bleeding, but I don't want to push it. I hope it shows up on the monitor. I really like how this looks. I'm shocking myself. I was ready for a disappointment. Okay, which color was this? Did I put it back? Okay. I like this color. Does it have a name? Oh, great name, orange. Oh, some of these companies are just too clever. Okay. Get a little bit more water. Okay. I'm happy, people. I really like this. Can you guys see it okay? I don't know how many of you have really paid attention to those colorized posters, but photographs. But I think it looks pretty close. Now let's see what other colors I have, because I'm going to put something on her headdress, a different color. You can see all the colors I have. Let me take them out, lay them out. And let's see. I think some kind of a blue or turquoise I think would look pretty. Yeah. Maybe with a little bit of green in there. I'm not sure. Let's just mix a little bit up and see It's just a small piece we have to paint, so shouldn't be too bad. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, Louise. It's so bright, but you know, if you just mix it with a little bit of the water, then I think if I had, you know, painted this onto the cardboard, it would have been that really, you know, brash color. It wouldn't have looked vintagey at all, like a cartoon. That's why I wanted to put it on the plate. Let's put a little bit more green in that. Okay. So we got those two colors in there right now. Let's mix those together. Give me close to that, you know, like that peacock color that I like so much. Oops, I think I need a little bit more of the blue. And I'm going to try and replicate the same colors on each of them and see how close we get. All right, here we go. A little dark. Hold on. Water that down a little bit. Now I watered it too much. It's that happy medium there where I'm losing it. Yeah, you can't have, it's kind of can't have too much water. If you don't put enough, then it gets too dark. Okay. What do you guys think? I think it's kind of cool. I like it. I don't care what you guys say. I like it. All right. So if you have these colors, I don't know why I can't find. Oh, it's right on there. Okay, this is just plain aqua. And this is apple. So these are the three colors I used with this one. Maybe I should write that down because with my brain, I'm not going to remember. All right, so let me put this down here. This is the art crayon. Aqua. Apple. And orange. All righty. Now, I want to show off her jewelry on probably mostly on her headdress. And I have these, I mean, I've had these forever. Let me find a color I like. Hold on. And you guys probably have these in your stash, you know, just the regular old, you know, sparkly stuff. The sparkly stuff. I want to get something like in the green, bluish green. Let's see. Now, these have been sitting a while, so you got to shake them up or else, you know, you don't have any sparkles and all you have is the glue sitting on top. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I can't open that one. Remember, this is like, 90% glue. Ooh, that one opened good. At least I got one that opened. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit on her headdress. And maybe some of her necklace. And obviously, I'm just using a toothpick in case you can't see that. Sometimes you guys are watching on your phone and everything's kind of small. Okay. I think I kind of like that. They probably didn't listen to you, Erin. It couldn't have been your fault. There's no way it was your fault. Unless you've been crafting too much. Maybe you've been slipping by crafting. I've got to get my nerve up to do an auction because I have found some really cool stuff and I'm never going to use it all, so I'm going to have to share the stuff. But I don't have the nerve to do it on my own yet. It seems way too intimidating. Okay, I want to, these little beads right here, I want to put just a little bit of shiny stuff, and I'm not sure what color. Let's see. It's getting a little too matchy-matchy with the blue and the blue and the blue. So let me get like a totally different color. Maybe just plain gold. This looks like it's glued shut too. Hold on. Some of these things are really, really old. So, Purple. Let's see if I can open it. You'll help me, Erin? Well, you can help me. Just buy everything. You're a geography teacher? Oh, my goodness. Oh, by the way, was it you? Wait. No. Was it you, Erin, I sent the cards to? I'm so brain dead. Was it you? Yeah. I don't know. Erin, didn't I send them to you? Oh, gosh. I'm so bad. Yesterday and today, well, listen. Our weather in the past, like, let's just say in the past 14 days, it has gone from at night going as low as like 13 degrees without the wind chill factor, all the way up to during the day 80 degrees. Today it was 75, beautiful. Yesterday it was the same thing, beautiful. And they came on the news tonight saying we are on a winter advisory tonight. It's like my poor plants don't know what to do. The little buds come out, they get frozen. They come out again, they get frozen. So my whole brain's just kind of off these past few days. And I forget who I sent what to. Plus my poor doggy, he's still not well, so I worry about him. I don't have kids, so I have to worry about my animals. Well, that's kind of dark, but in the right light. I don't think I like that too much. It should have been probably a, let me just do one more and then I'll put some kind of yellow or gold or something on the alternate ones. And then it might stand out a little bit more. Yeah. Sorry, ladies, if I don't acknowledge you. I get like in the zone here and then I forget to read who's here. All right, let's put a little bit of gold. Let me see. I don't think this is going to open. Uh-uh. Sorry about all that noise. I have a bucket here with all the different colors. Oh, but I do have yellow. Forget the gold. Let's see if this one will open. Let me shake it up first. And the people along the West Coast are getting all these crazy weathers that they're not used to. I was watching on the news houses going down, sliding down the mountainside again. They showed one on the news, and the poor lady was in it, and she survived. Oh, yeah, that's what I need. I need some yellow. I would have preferred gold, but my gold won't open. So we'll work with what we have. Okay, I think I like that. That's a little heavy-handed right there, though. I don't like that part. That's better. I'm going to have to buy a new dryer. The other night. It blew up. Well, it didn't blow up. It just stopped working. I'm being dramatic. I meant to go turn it on and nothing. So we'll have to judge these wet. Okay, I think with this particular one, I'm happy so far. Because the whole thing is, even though I like bright things, and I like contrasty things, I still want this to look, you know, kind of vintagey. So I don't want to get too crazy, but I think she came out kind of cool. I don't know if you can see the shininess or not, but anyway, okay. So these, I don't know what these cost. I don't know as far as price range. They came in packets of 4 or 5, but I got them on sale, and they were less than $1 each on sale. But I like the color a lot. So again, that's the Marabou. All right. Next, we're going to try Reeves. I think Reeves Uh, is that a Michael's brand? I mean, that's the only place I've seen them, but it doesn't mean that it's a Michael's brand. But anyway, so this is what we're going to try. Very inexpensive. If you don't have any of these kinds of crayons in your stash, these you can get at a very reasonable price. And if you don't have a Michael's around you, you know, they sell their stuff online also. All right. Oh, well, this one's been chewed on. Have I used them or did somebody chew them up? Oh, here's a piece of it. I can't even remember. I must have used these on something because I see the colors that are used up are kind of sort of my favorite colors anyway. So I'm pretty sure it was me. Okay, so we're going to try and see if we can get close to that orange color that we did. So we need that. And we're going to try and get that aqua turquoise color. And so that's what we're going to work with right now. See what happens. All right. So let me get this. This is what? Do they have names on them? This is, oh, this is red. This says Vermillion. Okay, this does not look like Vermillion to me, but they didn't hire me to name the stuff. Okay, Vermilion and orange. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, this is called Vermilion, and this is red Vermilion. Okay. No wonder they look so much the same to me. And I couldn't tell you right now which is which down here. So let's mix them. Let's see, what does that look like? Ooh, it's close, people. How exciting. I can't believe it. It's pretty close to what we just did. Let's see. Oh, a little too red. Okay, we don't want to use that red Vermilion. Okay, so ditch the red Vermilion. Let's go with straight Vermilion. Too much red. Let's go with that. Okay. I think it's still going to be redder than the other one, but they don't have just a straight. Well, let me mix a little bit of this. Sorry, I'm mumbling to myself. I do that even when you're not here. Let's see if that's not too much. Okay. Close. I must admit it's pretty close. And I just noticed the little thing that I made part of her necklace over there is really part of her dress. I didn't notice that on the other one. Should have brought the orange up into that section. Now, for those of you that have never used these crayons, You could take your brush and go straight on here and go on that, but that would be way too dark for the look I'm going for. That's the only reason why I'm doing it over here on the, on the plate. Because I want to keep the colors more subtle, but you could make them really, really vibrant if you went straight from there onto the brush and then onto here. And you could also put it on your picture and then blend it out with your brush. So you can do it at the least 3 different ways. Well, this is different, but I like it too. No one says it has to look identical. We're just going for different looks. Look, pretty cool. Okay, that's enough. I don't like it. Like I said, these are just regular copies. They're not laser prints, so I don't want to get them too wet. Alrighty, so now we got to find if we can get that blue. Now see, I can already tell a big difference in this blue. It's got a lot more green in this one than the other one does. But we'll see. Oh, it's not a Reeves is not a Michaels brand. Okay, good to know. And you can find it in other stores. Yeah, you can see there's a lot more green in there, and I don't think I have. What color is this? No, that's already way too much green. And see, that's the problem with some of these colors. Let's see. Okay, so I'll get some of that. Oh, I can tell you right now, these things break real easy. I just broke that one. No wonder the other ones in there that I used are broken. So you can't be rough with them if you want to keep them whole. I just broke 2 of them. Still too much green. Okay. Close. I mean, they don't have to be matchy-matchy. I'm just trying to see, the difference in the product. But not bad, huh? So let's try her necklace. Let's make all their necklaces different because we're using the same products. So that doesn't matter. Oh, let me, before I put the sparkly stuff, let's put down that this is Reeves. And I ended up using dark ultramarine. And sapphire green. And this is Sahara. How appropriate. Oops, spelling it wrong already. S-A, I spelled the whole thing wrong. Hold on. And, oh yeah, the Vermillion. Alrighty. I put down, yeah, Reeves. Okay. So put those away and figure out what I'm going to do with her jewelry. Okay, jewelry time. I think, do I have red? Ooh, I do have red. Okay, let's get some red out. Okay, while I'm shaking here, let me see. Let me see what you guys are talking about. I forget to look. Oh, cool, Louise. Okay, let me see if I can get this opened. All right. This looks kind of light, but when the glue part dries, then just the red stays, and it stays pretty cool. Put it up here. My German Shepherd's outside playing watchdog. He's out there barking. He didn't want to come in until my husband came home. My husband took off to go double check his taxes. He always did. He likes doing stuff like that. He did the taxes himself, and then he goes to a place just so they can double check his work. And that crazy dog, he's like so protective of my husband. If my husband's gone, he won't even come in the house until he gets home. All right, so we got that done. Let me see if I can get this one open. Hey, Brooke. I was watching you earlier. Then I had to go feed my dogs. We're testing all of these different color crayon type things on the same photograph, same printout, and see if we can kind of replicate the colors with the different product. But of course, we all have to have our bling, so I'm putting on her jewelry right now. All right, so we'll let her dry. Oh, I got to put some on her earring. Please, come on. What's an earring without a little bling? And if that's not an earring, it is now. Okay. All right, so this is the wreaths. We got the wreaths done. Right? I already forgot what we already did. Oh, yeah, the art crayons. Let me put that with the art crayons. Just going to forget. I'm so easily distracted. It's unbelievable. All right. Again, those of you that don't have these supplies, these are very inexpensive to get. And it looks pretty cool. I would recommend it. All right, let me put this over here on the other side. All right, now the next one on the pile. Whoops, I forgot to put this one away. Where is it? It's in here. Don't want to lose the product. All right. It came out. It should go in. It's probably why it's torn. I couldn't get it in last time. Okay. Okay, now all the products that we're using. Oh, no, not these. It's the pencils. Never mind. Shut up, Rosemary. All right. Next. I think these stay. I can't remember. I think those stay water soluble even after they're been used. Okay. Anyone knows for sure, you can comment there. I've gotten all my product confused. I know for sure the pencils, they're permanent once they've been wet, but these I'm not sure. All right, so now, so we need to get a little bit of the orange, right? And maybe, what's the name of this stuff? Of course, Vermillion. And we might have to mix a little bit of something like this, maybe. So let's work with that first. Let's just play on here. Can you see? Maybe I shouldn't do that because I don't think you guys have to push it too far down. All right, so let's just go back to what we were doing over here. All right, so let me mix a little bit of the orange, a little bit of the vermilion. And what's the name of this? This is a golden yellow. A little bit of golden yellow and see what happens. And let's see what happens. Needs a little bit more orange. Okay. Hold your breath, everybody. Well, it's totally different, huh? Totally different. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm just saying, in comparison, the color is totally different. We'll go with it. Let's just see what happens. And see, the beauty of this is that we can come back with another color and then just go over it. if we want to, mix it up, because it's water soluble, so it'll blend. See, one person's vermilion is not another person's vermilion. And I got to be really careful about how wet I get this. Okay, let's leave that for a second, and let's go to our headdress. We can always come back. We'll put these to the side. And maybe we'll use that. And might need a little bit of, I'm trying to decide what kind of a green. I don't know which one. We'll put a little bit of green in there. Okay. Blue. And a little bit of green. Okay, we didn't use that yet. Ooh, I like this color. I don't know if it's the same, but I like it. Excuse me, my nose itches. Needs more blue. All right. So this is definitely way different from this. When you compare it, this looks has a lot more pink in it than that orange. All right, so not that I want it necessarily to be pink, but let's just play with it and see how close we can get to that by adding a little bit of pink. You never know. See, I don't know how to mix colors. I know someone out there screaming at me, no, add blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't know about that. I just play. Let's see. Well, it's not the same color, but I still like it. And nobody says it has to be the same color. We're just playing, right? Right. Okay. So before I put my sparklies, let's write down on that one. What did I do with my pencil? Lost my pencil. Yes, of course, over here. Okay, so these are the Neo. And I ended up using Vermillion. Of course, how could I forget? The Vermillion. Did I use this? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And this is Flame Red. Red, I don't know about these colors. I thought I knew what colors were, but this does not look like red to me. But that's just me. And golden yellow. Alrighty. And and I added pink. Pink. And then on the headdress, I used dark green, I think. Oh, I don't think I used the dark green, did I? I used this green, I think. Okay, emerald. I think that's the one I used. And this is the, what is this? Malachite? I can barely read that. I think it says malachite. All right. So let's put these away and then we'll work on her jewelry. Let me look up. I'm missing all the fun stuff up here. Okay. Candy clearance eve. We're all going to get our chocolate fix tomorrow, right? Well, you know where I'm going. I am going to the florist, but I'm going out in the dumpster to look for roses that have been, or rose leaves or whatever. It's been thrown out so I can do my eco dyeing. Hello. Yes, sirree. I don't care if they've been stepped on, swept up. I don't care what they look like. They're going to be pretty when I boil those puppies. Okay, jewelry time. All right. I'd like to open up one of these reds, but they're all glued shut. Because this was a different type of red. I want like a splashy, flashy red. Isn't that a good plan, Louise? I thought so too. I thought, like when even when they clip off, maybe the dead little bud or the leaves, because the leaves dye really, really good. So, yeah, they don't know what they're throwing away. And that suits me just fine. All right, see, that's red. Now, that one's red. I couldn't open it earlier. I guess I'm getting stronger as the night goes on. Hey, it won't come out. Too sticky. Boy, she's got a lot of red jewelry on. They found the ruby mine. Okay. Whoops, forgot her earrings again. Alrighty. You see her jewelry? Maybe. After it all dries, the sparkly shows better. Anyway, okay. So we're done with that one. Now, the one I really enjoy doing, we'll leave that one for last. The pencil. Let me get this out of the way to dry. Now, I really, let me get these out of the way too. I know a lot of people don't like to work, you know, with the chalk pastels because, yes, they are very, very messy. But I really like them myself. And then when you're done, you know, well, most of these, if you think they're going to get in contact with any kind of, you know, moisture, you need to seal those because they're not, you know, I think all of them are water soluble. This even more so though, because these are, you know, chalky. So they'll wear off really quick even if you don't get them wet. So what I would do is I just spray a little sealer on it when I'm done. Whatever you have, doesn't have to be expensive or anything. You can even use the, you know, cheap hairspray. Anything that's sticky that'll make it stick. All right, so let me get one of these just to kind of compare where I'm going. And close, but no banana. Well, this will be a little more challenging, I can see. And because these don't blend as well. I mean, if you had expensive ones, these blend really well. But I have all these cheapy ones, and so like if you have the pan pastels, they would work really good. I have a few, but they're not colors. They're just kind of plain. Okay, so I can see we're going to have to build up to create a color here. And this one might not end up being one of our favorites. We'll start off with the base color. And these are all fun things to have in your arsenal. Even if you think you don't like them, or you know, you think they're messy, or you only like to buy expensive stuff, They're fun to play with. All right, so now this is a scary part because if I get it too dark, it's really hard to get it light again. I'm just going really lightly. I mean, as softly as I can, just gliding over it. Okay. Now let's try and bring in a little bit of the pinkish in here. See if we don't go too pink. Again, real lightly. I hope you guys aren't falling asleep. I'm realizing I'm being really quiet. I'm sure you're all falling asleep. Wake me up when it's over. Too bad I can't put music, but you know, YouTube will knock you off. Copyright. I remember one time I had a friend who had written a song, and he was over at the house, and we were doing some kind of video with our dogs or something. I can't remember how it was. But anyway, he was playing it in the background, and so my husband left it in, and they knocked it off for copyright. And it's like, it's not even a real song, person. He hasn't even finished it. How can it be a copyright? Plus, he was playing it. Oh, dear. Okay, again, this is completely different, but I like it too. What's not to like? It looks really, to me, this gives it a whole different, like a real dimensional or something. I can't even explain it, but I like it. I can't write down the names because these things don't have names. I like it. Now, again, totally different, but who cares? Who cares? Okay, let's see what we do with the blue. Let's see. So I think we might get a little bit of that. And Hmm. That looks pretty close right there. Maybe a tiny bit more blue there. Maybe. Maybe. I'm not sure. We'll see. Let's put that on straight first because that looks pretty close. And you can see where I wiped over. See, it goes over and then it just kind of, it's messy. It goes all over the place. But it doesn't bother me. But I know it bothers some people. So fair warning if you work with this. Oh, wow. This is almost exact. Very cool. Now I'm not going to rub this one. I'm just going to blow the dust off of this one because it's so small there. I'll smudge it if I try to. Hey, pretty darn close. Look at that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. I think we're ready for the jewelry. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. I like it. Don't mess with it if you like it. I'm going to put these away. Oh, and just in case you wonder, I find these, I have found almost all of these at, thrift shops. People buy them, I guess, for their kids or something. Kids don't use them. And voila. Because this is like several sets put together. But they last forever. The parents probably get rid of it because it's so dusty and dirty. They go, get that stuff out of my house. Okay, so these were the chalk. All right, jewelry time. Let's put this back where that was so don't get confused. I'm easily confused. I wish I could get this other purple one open, but it's just not going to happen. Let's see if I can get this one open. Woohoo! Look at that green. Hello. Forget the rubies. Let's get out the emeralds. I wonder what's more valuable. I like it. I like it. And no, I'm not going to forget her earring this time. Might have to bring in a little bit of red somewhere. Just because. She doesn't want to get outdone by that ruby lady. Her ruby cousin over there. Let's see. See if I can even get this open. Hope she doesn't like a Christmas tree. Okay, enough of that. Pretty cool. All right, so the last one we have, we're going to do it with the pencils and see what happens. And I can already tell this one's going to be kind of weird. I don't know what colors they're going to. All right. So for those of you that have never used these pencils, there's various ways you can use these also. You can put them straight on and then bring your brush. You can get your brush and wet it and take it off here, or you can scribble on here like I did with the other crayons. It's just whatever your preference is. But because I want to try and mix, let me try mixing on here first. Oh, these need desperately to be sharpened. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let's look at what I'm. And the problem with this is you really don't know the color until you wet it. The other ones you can kind of sort of cheat. Yeah, that's a little too reddish, right? What are you all screaming at me? What should I do? Let me see. What should I add? I know you're all telling me. Help. Okay, I think what I'll do, let me get over here. And we might have to do the layer thing like we did on the other one. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. And now that I know what color it is, I might just take it off of the pencil. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's real close. Now, after this dries, these will be permanent, so that's pretty cool. Out of all the ones that we tried, this is the only one that I'm certain will be. The rest, I doubt very much. All right. So, Sarah. She probably just got back from a game. That lady, she is such a busy lady. She has a nice full life with her family, which is wonderful. Is it cold out there, Sarah, already? I haven't been out in a couple hours, but it started to cool down as soon as that sun went down. Ew, no, I don't like that. Makes it a little way too pink. Plus, I think this is already wet enough. Let's leave that for right now. Let's go for the headdress. I know, Sarah, you're a busy lady. But that can be a good thing. You know, when we're busy, our mind's busy, so we don't have to belabor things we don't want to. All right, so maybe those two colors. Let's see. Very close. I think that'll work. Won't come up on there for some reason. Okay, let's try it straight. See what happens. Ah, it scares me when I do that. Let's see. Oh no, it's okay. Calm down, Rosemary. Everything's okay. Everything's fine. Don't panic. Yay! Pretty close. A little too green, but maybe we can fix that. I just ordered me a bunch of book covers that have all been torn apart. I can't wait to get a hold of those to make some new journals. I got a good bargain. Oh, good. That tones it down right there. Very good. It's a little too green. Alrighty. Let me mark that down. Uh-oh. Now I put the pencils back, didn't I? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I gotta haul out the pencils. I used this and this. I know that. I know that. All right, so I used iris blue, and teal green. It was for the for the headdress. And I used these three. Right? Right. So I used tangerine, fuchsia. I love the flowers fuchsias. They're so pretty. They look so delicate. And Shiraz. I don't know how to pronounce that. Ta-da! Okay, so we've got that. And let me put her jewelry on, and then we'll line them up together and see what we think. And for her, let's see if I find a color I haven't used yet. Not sure. I haven't used. See if I can find a color I haven't used. The point is, can I open it up? Okay, this is a different kind of green. Let's see what happens. Don't forget the earring. Yay! We got the earring going. And maybe I'll put a little bit of, if I can get the blue one open, put a little bit of blue. I can't think of the name of the blue stone. There's a blue stone out there. What's the name of it? Alrighty. Let me get some off here. All right, so let's line them up and see what we think. Gotta be careful, that one. All her jewelry is still wet. She kind of warped. Must have gotten her too wet. And we got one more over here. She's all warped too. Okay, so there you go. We used 5 different type of different kinds of, what do you call these? Crayons. Thank you. Crayons, pencils, and chalk. I knew I'd remember. And so whatever you have, obviously, you can use it to get the same look. I'm sure you have one of the above. You don't have to have a laser printer. I just used an inkjet printer. You saw how much water I used. Nothing bled. Just don't overdo it. And then, after all of these are dry, except for the intense, those, whichever one that one was, those are permanent when they dry. This is permanent. This is the only one. Oh, no, that's a neo color. This one. This one is permanent. All the rest can still be reactivated with water, which we don't want to happen. So you'd need to seal those. And it's real easy. Most of you probably have some kind of a sealant. And if you don't, and you don't want to invest in it, well, you can just get some cheapy hairspray. and it'll stick it. Just like it sticks and get your hair all gummy, it'll do the same for this. But if you're going to be doing stuff like this that needs to be sealed, just go out and get you, a can. Use your, 40% off, and it's still really a reasonable price. And the can lasts forever. So I would suggest that you get some. So what have you guys been discussing? So what did you guys think? Pretty much the same, huh? Let me get these a little closer without getting you, sick. I took off the autofocus so it wouldn't be going crazy. Hold on, I'm going to have to cough and sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Oh, well, it ended up being a cough. It felt like it was going to be a sneeze. Hold on, I need to take a drink of something. Okay. So what have we learned? I don't know. That no matter what you have in your little arsenal, very inexpensive, different, excuse me, something just went into my eye. I'm a mess right now. Oh, I think, I don't know what it was. Maybe a bug, something. Anyway, your art supplies that you have, you don't have to have expensive ones. You don't have to have a wide variety, because any one of these, inexpensive markers can give you the end results. These are the Neo colors. Where are those? So this was this one. And these are expensive. Doesn't look to me any better or worse than the other ones. These are inexpensive. And the Reeves is inexpensive. Chalk is really inexpensive. So these two are on the expensive end, and these two are on the cheap end. And I wouldn't say I like those any more than I like these at all. Actually, just for the color's sake, I really like this. The chalk. See, I always go back to the chalk. There's I don't know, there's something about the chalk that to me just gives it more of a dimension. And that's the word that keeps coming to me. I'm sure there's a better way of explaining it, but I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it just looks to me more alive. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if it comes through. I like it. So that's my plan. Hi, Susan. Who else I missed? I probably missed everybody. I know I've missed everybody. I've been so intense what I'm doing. So yeah, anyway, so I have these fabric. The whole reason this all started off, when I printed these, I'm going to be making a journal of vintage Africa. And Africa, it's so gigantic. It encompasses, so many different countries and so many different looks. But I still wanted to go toward the vintage, and I wanted to, really concentrate on the women, because I have a whole bunch of cool printouts that I did from women, and then I have a book, and I tore out some pictures from there, and I have some African fabric that a couple of friends have gotten for me during some visits that they've had. I forget what country they went to, but I have it written down. So I have that, and I have different types of papers that have been handmade papers from Africa. So I'm going to try and put all that together. And I really like because of the age of the photographs, most of them are from around the 1930s and 40s, some 1920, and there was a few at the turn of the century. But I wanted some color, but I didn't want to, you know, look new colors. That's why I was thinking of this look. So I did another journal about a year ago, and I did some of this stuff I did it with the chalk actually. And so some people asked how I did that, and I hadn't really done it since then. So I thought, well, I'll share it now. I can't remember who they were that asked, but hopefully they'll see this video and see the different looks that they can get with the different products. But I'm happy with them. I'm gonna do not all of the pictures. I'll show you some. These aren't all of them, but these are some. And I'm not going to colorize all of them, just certain ones. I don't know which ones yet, but they're also pretty. And when I look at them, I can visualize them, with colors on them. So I have to control myself and not do them all because I'll want to. Yeah, the geometric on African prints. I'm not into that. If you were just to show me, that kind of a pattern, I don't really like it because it's too exact. Because it's a copy, right, of different angles and stuff. But mix it in with the colors, then I really, really like it. But if you were just to show me the shape in black and white, I'd go, boring. Because that's just not me. I like rounds and curves and different stuff. Now, see, these were a few that were already colorized. And so this is the look that I was going for. And I think we came pretty close. These came this way. And that was kind of the look I was going for. And I can see all of these actually painted one way or another. This one came like that. That one came that way. This is my absolute favorite. I have to color her. In her, at least her jewelry. And this is the one we just did. And I love that one. And then this just is the larger one of what we just did. So I'm going to have fun painting. Well, I figure I'm not going to end up painting. I think I'm going to end up doing the chalk. Where'd the chalk go? Oh, this one is. See, I can tell the chalk just by looking at it. Right? Right. I hope it is. Yeah. I think I'm going to end up doing them with the chalk because I really like that. I like that. I like that look. All right. Do you have any questions? I didn't look up. So if you have questions, yes, soft pastels. Ta-da! Oh, you know me too well, Sarah. I have a story in each one, but I don't know. for some reason, I'm not liking the stories. They look sad to me. I have a story for her, and I don't think I'm going to share all the stories because, you know, they're sad. To me, okay, this is exactly what I see when I see the look in her face, is that she is being dressed for her wedding, and she's never even met the man that she's marrying. And she's got that look like, oh no. He better not be a jerk. Exactly. And when I see her, that's the look. So yeah, they all do have a story. That's her story. Her story is, I don't care if it's arranged, I'm not marrying that guy. Doesn't she have that look? No way, Jose. That's what she looks like to me. You try arranging a marriage for me and see what happens to you. Anyway, yeah. Sarah and I were talking about that the other day, that I end up, I have to have a narrative whenever I do something. I may not share the narrative, but to get me through when I'm making a journal or making something, there's always a narrative behind it. So yeah, when I looked through all these pictures, I already had the story of what was going on in their lives. That's right, Susan. Money speaks. Money speaks. And for some reason, I think that later on in history, they wrote stories about her leading some kind of a revolution that freed a lot of people, especially children. And so that's her story. She's some kind of a revolutionary. And she owned a brothel. She was the madam. Because she has this little elegance about her, but also you're not going to put anything over on her. So she's a businesswoman and she owned a brothel somewhere. I don't know what's with this chick. She's just like playing peekaboo with somebody. I don't know. I haven't figured out her story yet. And these are two sisters. They only have each other because their husbands died in a war, and now they're each other's support system. And they're entrepreneurs. See these pretty clothing? They make these and they sell them at their village. I think they became rich. Oh, and here's a model for their clothing. See? They're the business ladies. These are the models for the clothing that they sell. She was a model, but now she's having a baby. And so they said, no, you can still model because, you know, we need to sell our stuff to everybody. So they let her still model. I don't know their stories yet. She owns the store where these ladies sell their clothing. Oops, where'd the models go? I lost the models. Uh-oh. Where'd the models go? Oh, yeah, here's the models. Okay, so here's the story. Hold on. Their husbands died. They're very talented. They make the clothing. They met this woman. They said, hey, can we sell our stuff at your place? She says, yes, but you guys are too homely. You can't wear the clothes. You got to put them on the models, and then I'll sell them in my store. And they said, no problem. We don't want to be a model. We are artists. We don't care about modeling. So, okay, so that's what they do. And she's one of the models too. I'm not sure about this lady yet. I haven't figured out her story. These ladies, I don't know. She just looks so happy and serene. I think she just found out she's going to have twins. And she's always wanted twins. And she went, say what? And she's really happy that she's having twins. This one had twins, and she's saying, you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. You don't want twins. Oh, there's the lady again that owns the company. And I think she's the president of one of the countries in Africa. She looks very, yeah, she looks like she's in charge. She looks very confident. She has some nice silk clothing on. Yeah, she's the president of one of those countries there. I have to figure out which one I want her to be the president of. But anyway, so yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so that's my story. I'm sticking to it. And I think it would be fun to make these with any of these products. And even if you just had regular old watercolor, you know, the Crayola watercolors that you can get for a couple of bucks anywhere, Walmart or whatever, you could do the same thing. It would still look pretty. Just remember, you know, you're going to have to seal it somehow, unless, you know, you don't anticipate it getting, you know, any kind of moisture or anything. All right, ladies. Oh, it only takes, oh yeah. Only boy babies. But she has all her hair. I forget where she went now. Anyway. Okay, ladies, I had fun. Thank you very much. I got to go see how my little doggy is doing. Then I have to go see how my husband is doing, you know, in that order, of course, you know, of importance. And brace for the cold weather we're going to have tomorrow and the next day. And then next week it's supposed to be pretty again, so go figure. All right. Okay, thank you for keeping me company. And the next time I have another idea, then I'll come back and share it with you. It might be with this journal, who knows? But I'm glad I did it, because I wouldn't have stuck with all of these if I didn't have you guys here helping me and, you know, encouraging what I was doing just by you being there. So thanks a lot, ladies. And I will talk to you guys soon. All right. Bye-bye.